Welcome to the Twa Penguin podcast, your weekly dose of uplifting conversations and inspiring stories.
Sponsored by.
Right, guys, welcome again to the 12 Penguin podcast. We're just talking about people being scammed online. And just now, I got a call from a scammer. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm just trying to warn people, just be very careful because these scammers, they're not playing, guys. They are not playing. And they hack into your line, into your WhatsApp, and they send messages. Just think about it right now. You've got friends. Let's say you've got a friend called Eddie, and you see a message from Eddie, okay? And sometimes they've already gone through how you communicate with Eddie. So they'll say, hi, what's up? What's going on? And are you in tomorrow for work? Okay, can you do this for me? I need this. Because they know, they go through the chats that you have with Eddie, and they know probably how you're related. So they do have a link of how you guys are related, okay, and how you guys communicate. And it's unfortunate, honestly. A lot of people have lost a lot of money, a lot of their hard-earned money. And guys, to be honest, wow. It was actually a lady who called me, okay. This lady is, hi Melta, you know, I'm unashamedly say to me, you're a bastard. How am I a bastard? Is it because I refuse to be scammed? You know, Simba, do you want me to edge you online? So Simba says someone tried to order food using his wife's Uber Eats and then proceeded to order. I feel it's so painful because I did lose money in summer through scammers, okay? And it's sad, really, because you know the problem is, even if you try to report it, it's difficult. Even the police will tell you that, yeah, the best thing most of the police will tell you is like, well, these things are happening to almost everybody these days, and it's really difficult to trace. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy, you know. So we need to be very vigilant when we're dealing with these scammers, guys. We need to be very vigilant. Hi, Simba.
Hi.
Also, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, well, Simba, welcome to the Twa Penguin podcast. It's all about finding your voice. Today, like you've already been participating, we're talking about being scammed and scammers, and I already see that you've got a bad experience with this.
Oh, I can tell you a lot of stories, bro. This
Shoot,
one
man.
was the biggest one was with my wife. They
Uh-huh.
tried to order Uber Eats through a Uber Eats. So they actually ordered food,
Yeah.
but she quickly saw it and canceled the
Wow.
order because when they enter the Uber Eats, they can see your number.
Yeah.
So they cloned that number,
Mhm.
then proceeded to order mobile phones, about 6 mobile phones online through EE.
Wow.
So likely EE saw that that's unusual. This person already has a contract with us.
How can you buy 6 phones?
Yeah, that's yeah. So then EE alerted us. So what happened was EE had to kind of like block my wife's phone,
Uh-huh.
completely block it, render her phone useless. You couldn't use your phone for about 48 hours.
Okay.
So the SIM card was considered useless. So they had to send her a new one.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Mm-hmm.
new one was compromised as well.
Wow.
So we had
Yeah.
to go. So basically, we had to go to an EE shop
Mm-hmm.
where they had to do something on the system, override the system, and order it and basically give a new one and re-register it. So basically, the guy in the EE shop was saying
Yeah.
they are having a lot of these cases because AI is the main reason this is happening because there is AI, artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
People, all they need is your picture or your photo. Let's say you set up Face ID, they just need your photo. They do
Uh-huh.
something with it. They can enter into your account like that, even banking like that. That
Uh-huh.
way using Face ID. So it's basically saying the police can't do anything because once we've stopped it, the police can't get involved. The police are basically telling you that these people use different addresses. What you want us to do? Like I said
Yeah.
to you, they'll order stuff. They'll
Uh-huh.
use your address. Then someone will say, "Oh, mate, I live 2 doors away from you. Was a puzzle delivered here?" by mistake. I've got some phones that got delivered here by mistake, and they'll bring a fake delivery card saying the delivery driver said it's here. Then you hand over those goods.
Wow. Do you know, like Simba, the reason why I decided to have this podcast this evening was because I just had a lady who called me
Yes.
literally 5 minutes before I logged in, and she was a scammer because um I, am supposed to have a Zoom meeting at 8 p.m. okay, this evening. Okay, so it's 6 minutes away, and this lady called me with a +234 number, and she says to me, "Hi, because I'm from one of the groups of the Zimbabwe Heritage Festival, which is so she hacked into that group and she's got all the contact details of everybody in the group. So she knows that we're having a Zoom meeting at 8 o'clock. So just listen to this. This is how people fall for it. She says to me, and listen to this. We are calling from, I know you from the Zimbabwe Heritage Festival. So I just wanted to let you know that the meeting has been moved from 8 o'clock to 8:30. So think about it. I'm expecting a meeting at 8. It's been changed to 8:30, right? But where she lost it now, she says to me, I'm sending you this number for the link. Please repeat the number to me. It's a 6-digit number. So everybody who sends you that 6-digit number.
She wanted to steal your WhatsApp so that she can then pretend to be you.
Yes.
Then she starts asking for money, sending some sub stories to people and stuff like that,
And that's how they clone your. And that's how they clone your phone.
Because
if you reply to that.
Because what happens now, I feel for people now who don't know about it, because I felt like I needed to come live and talk about it, because imagine that I'm expecting a meeting like at 8 o'clock and someone says the meeting has been changed. So come on, she's so dumb, because a Zoom meeting, you send a Zoom link with all the the Zoom, and it highlights even on WhatsApp message or whatever, even if it's an email, right? So she says to me, nah, it's a I should repeat the number, and I refused. Then she called me a bastard, and I said, really, you can't be going around scamming people. So she insulted me, then she dropped off.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I've been a victim of that before. I think maybe I should write a book. I know almost 42 ways of scamming. And what people need to understand is that there was a time when scams were obvious.
Yeah.
Now it is a well orchestrated multi-million-dollar business where they are now finding people who speak proper English. Because you remember back in the day, if you had there will be this it's called whatever, it's a voice crusher.
Yes.
So someone this person will be sounding like they're in a busy office.
Yes.
Yes.
But unfortunately, sometimes you find that most of them, they would have this Asian broken English and stuff like that. That's how we could tell that this is a scam.
Yeah.
But now it could be someone who is a Zimbabwean like you.
Yep.
Who speaks your language, who you feel like you can trust. You know what I mean? Like you like they know everything about you.
Yeah.
Well, this is sorry, brother, to cut you off. This is where AI comes into play now. This artificial intelligence. That's where it comes into play now. So they are now using AI. You not just a Zimbabwean person. You could be talking to a person from Thailand. They'll be speaking to you in a Zimbabwean accent.
The accent,
but
exactly.
It will be AI talking to you.
And now you have got things like Instagram. You have got whatever, people come through whatever, sometimes even through your WhatsApp and so forth and so forth. They will tell you about whatever. They give you the testimonies that are fake. They do whatever. We've all been there. We've lost money. I've lost a lot of money.
Do you know, like, guys, to be honest, right, the reason why I decided I needed to have this podcast, it's so scary, because I'll repeat this. I'm expecting to have a meeting at 8 o'clock, right? Someone calls me to tell me the meeting has been changed to 8:30, right? Guess what? Fairly welcome, and Fairly is my witness. I was supposed to do something with Fairly. Then I said, Fairly, just hold on. A scammer has just called me, and then she wants me to repeat the number, and I'm thinking, once I do that, you don't do that, but then how many people have been scammed? So this is why I'm saying, guys, I think we need to be vigilant and to say it's time to talk about it, like what Simba said. Imagine with Simba's story that someone tried to order 6 cell phones using Simba's wife's card. Okay, so if they were not vigilant, imagine he was suspicious as well. Like,
It wasn't a card. Sorry, it wasn't a card. All they did was they cloned her phone number.
Wow.
Right? They cloned the phone number. When you clone the phone number, these days you don't need to phone the phone company to order phones. You just go online and order them. As long as you have a good credit rating, because there are chances.
Yeah.
If you've got a good credit rating, you just do it online. Even I recently, it's gonna sound like I'm telling tales now. I was having issues with my broadband issues.
Yeah.
At home saying, no, look, my broadband is not working. So what's happening? They were saying I owe money. I said, no, I don't owe money. Then I later realized that no. They said, oh, you've got 2 accounts. I said, which 2 accounts are you talking about? I said, oh, there's an Amanda Hodgkins at your address. I said, what?
Simba, where's Amanda? Tell us.
Tell us, where's Amanda?
Simba, don't play with us. Where's Amanda?
So our president said, I don't even know who this Amanda Hodgkins is. So how did this Amanda Hodgkins open a broadband account at this address?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is an African household.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Simba, one time I was called.
Yeah.
I was told that my helicopter. Sometimes we're together. You remember that weekend when we went for that festival?
Yes.
This lady calls me with the most amazing British accent.
Wow. Okay.
She says that I'm just calling you. I'm sorry. Did I catch you at a bad time? Because I'm hearing that there is noise. That I'm like, no, I'm in a festival. It's like, okay. Do you have like 2 minutes of time because this is time sensitive? I'm like, okay. What's going on? Then she says, listen, your helicopter insurance is nearing the end.
Excuse me, bro. Maybe you might be a secret millionaire. There's something you're not telling us here.
Tell us.
Where's the money?
I'm like,
Where's the
like so. I'm like, guys, have you ever been in this position whereby you're holding a phone like this? Then you look at the phone like. Then you look around like, what's going on? Like,
Where's
think
the
helicopter.
Where's the
I was told that apparently they've reduced carbon emissions on helicopter. They're introducing what like she was like saying like proper technological stuff and everything, and you're like,
okay.
There's only one problem. I don't have a helicopter.
I bet
so
your
now...
mind went to let me go and check my bank account.
But guys, to be honest, right? So, Simba has been like they tried to scam his wife to buy cell phones. Simba, you've been scammed numerous times.
I lost £10,000 in 2000.
Do you want to share? Do you want to share? Do you want to share if you don't mind?
Yes. So like this is a bit sad because at that time I was trying to explore multiple streams of income, and then this other lady just befriends me on Instagram, and so this is the funny thing. Some of them, they develop a relationship with you online. They like your post all the time. They comment on your post. They don't talk anything about business or money up to a point that you're comfortable. Then they come to your inbox. So this lady says, you know what? I'm from South Africa. Blah, blah, blah. I'm from KZN. Wara, wara. Look, there's this guy in America. He's into, I know that you have heard of these other trades like Bitcoin, whatever. We're not into that.
Okay.
All we do is we evaluate hotels, satisfactory, whatever. So if you are interested, we are going to send you the software and so forth and so forth. You register, you send you the software, we'll give you a trial account. So in the account you'll notice. So in the thingy, you just keep pressing, like on the right, you keep pressing, it will be evaluating. But as you are pressing there, it's like, oh, you are making money. You know what I mean? But guess what? I made money on the trial account. At some point, I made around 32,000 pounds on the trial. Then she comes back, "Ah, you are really good at this, you know." Then she says, she says to me, she says, listen, if you can, are you okay to maybe put, let's say, start with 250 pounds, you know, start with 250. And at that time, I think I had 250. I put 250. Ah, guys, this is not a lie or a drill. I put 250. I started doing that thing. So it's got rounds. So you be like, whatever. So 250 in 45 minutes was 750 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Because these people did they work on your psyche, you know. I'm like, if I can make 750 in 45 minutes.
You're doing mathematics, my brother.
And it's only 9 a.m.
My brother.
We work with maths. We work with mathematics.
My brother.
I'm like, do you know that I'm busy playing? I'm already writing my resignation letter for work. I'm like, there is just no way I'm gonna continue working if this is happening in my life. Then it was 9 in the morning. I make 750. Then I go, like, it's got this kind of like a pyramid scale, like. So if I get in, you know, I can actually hit that target. I reinvest the 750. Lo and behold, in 1 hour, I was at 2.8. I'm like,
money, bro. Making money.
I'm like, what is happening?
Simba is dead.
My ancestors today, they've decided to visit me. This is amazing. You know?
Yo.
I'm at 2.8. Imagine. I think about that. No, let me not. Do you know the wisdom that you get when you're being scammed? Like, no, I'm not going to withdraw anything.
Right.
I'm going to reinvest because I want the. Look, dude, you know my office. I've got an office in the house. I'm doing this. I'm already checking the Range Rovers, like whatever. I've got on one side of the page. I'm resigning. I'm resigning from my job. On the other side, I'm now checking like the latest Range Rovers and houses and everything. I'm like, because I'm looking at time. I'm like, by 3 p.m. today, I'll be far. So I push. I think around 2 p.m. I was at 31,000.
Right. You're on fire, puppy.
Then I decided that, you know what? Let me withdraw some of the money to see if this works. Guess what happened? This is where a lot of people have been scammed. This is where it comes. They will tell you that, listen, that money is your money. You worked for it and stuff like that. But for you to
deposit,
you need to deposit X amount. And for me, they said, just deposit 10,000 because you kind of like overshoot the target. This is a lot of money. Just deposit 10,000, and that's all I had on my savings at that time. And I was like, you know, these guys, they make like legit websites. Like it would be like whatever, but tomorrow it can wake up, it's no longer there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no problem. I start getting my cards. And do you know how stubborn you are when you are going towards the pit of death.
Mhm.
The bank keeps giving me like, no, this is an untrusted whatever. Because you have to, and I'm like, this bank doesn't know. This is my moment. I'm about to shine. You know, like this is my moment. I'm going all the way.
Oh man.
I did second authentic whatever, you know, like with verification to say, no, it's me. I'm the one who's transferring this money. Don't tell me about what
My
you know.
money.
I've got my 30 whatever.
My money.
Transfer the money
Shit.
And the rest was history.
to get my 30
My
whatever.
guy. Range Rover was, you know, already evoke in your brains.
The lady comes to my WhatsApp and says, no, do you know what? The thing is, when you transferred the money, your money was still the one that you were busy, whatever. It was still accumulating profit. So we need an extra 5,000.
Ooh.
You gotta be joking.
Ooh.
I
Gosh.
didn't have the money. Do you know what they said to me? They said, unfortunately, because you don't have the 5,000, please go and look for it. Now, where it started to get weird,
Yeah.
if it's a legitimate business, have you ever seen like when they're like you're owing them something like every other hour? Have you found the 5,000? Have you whatever?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Now I'm stressed. I've cleaned my savings account. I have I'm stressed.
They want you to call me now to ask money from me.
I lost my money like that.
Wow.
And then afterwards, right now I have people who come to my Instagram, to my inbox. They start saying that, have you ever heard of this? Do you know what I do? I've got a paper that I wrote. You know I'm an artist. I write things. I wrote like whatever. I sent them the WhatsApp. I said, thank you for contacting me. So this is how this is going to go. You are going to say this. You're going to be nice and whatever and whatever. But at the end, you want to steal money from me. I'm sorry. I'm not
And
interested.
you know what? The funny part about these people, once you catch them out, the abuse they give you is unbelievable.
My brother, I was insulted this evening. I was insulted this evening because I said, why are you scamming people? She told me how much I'm a bastard. And do you know what? For some reason, no offense or anything, right? The least I expected was a lady to be doing this. You know, it was a lady.
No, there are people who are actually at home right now, working from home, doing this. They've got offices in Qatar. They've got offices in Dubai. They've got offices in the UAE. Some of the ladies are being recruited from Zimbabwe, South Africa, and whatever to go and stay there, to be on a desk like this, scamming people globally. Because if you notice, even if you try to trace the number, it pings on 5 continents at the same time, which is very, very concerning.
I've got a comment here from Kuda. Kuda, how are you doing, my guy? Kuda says that it happened to him. He got a call from someone pretending to be like they're from the network provider, and they said they had a promotion, blah blah blah, and they tricked him into getting confirmation about the account details, only to get a call from EE to confirm if I've ordered a phone. That I realized that I've been a victim of a scam. Then Then he blocked this account. Imagine. Yeah, well, see, Koda, that's how these guys do it. And I think it's time where guys, like I said to the guys watching, that if ever you've been a victim of these scammers, please can you just come in, log in, and just share your experience, because you never know how it helps somebody. I felt like I did help some people in my group today, because like now I've even canceled going for that Zoom meeting, because I don't feel safe being in that Zoom meeting, because I might be compromised by just being part of it. And it's a message I'm going to let them know, because I notified them. But how do I know I'm notifying the group or I'm still talking to the scammers? So it's a really tricky.
For example, Twa,
Yes,
you see this app called Telegraph.
yes.
If you have that app, just remove it from your phone.
Yeah,
That is, Telegram is the owner was arrested. You know, he's in
Yeah,
jail right now
I had.
because it's the channel that they use. Because all of us were like, you get included into this group, and then like what my brother was saying, Simba, they've got bots. You know, bots like that communicate with you as group members. They keep sending you these testimonies. Oh, I just met my 5,000. I just met my 8,000. I just met whatever. And you're looking at your profile like, huh? Why? Because you want to catch the target. But those are just bots.
Yeah.
You know, it's just software that is making you, it's just throwing you in, it's reeling you into what, to lose your money. You know what I mean? And also, one thing that you just said about your call, I'll tell you something. I don't know with other network providers. EE introduced recently what is called scam card. You subscribe, they take £1 per month from your contract. So what's happening right now? EE right now, if a call is suspicious or it's from a scammer, you have got two options. It's either you can put on your settings that it should tell you, or number two, it won't even get in. Whoever is a scammer trying to call you, they'll go straight into your voicemail. You know, so you get to not have that stress. Have you ever heard this thing like you're always receiving these numbers? Someone saying that, yeah, last week you bought a whatever, and you be like, you know, they're irritating, especially between 3 to 5 in the evening. These Asian ladies don't rest, to be honest. They'll call and call and call, but now people can also invest in their network providers as a way of helping to say, no, I need a scam card so that my phone does not pick scammer
And
calls.
while on that, yeah, also these days, there used to be pickpockets, yeah? There's no pickpocketing anymore. These days,
Yeah.
all a person needs to is to walk past you, just stand next to you for 10 seconds in public,
Yeah.
and they've read your card details and everything. Your wallet
Yeah.
is in your pocket. They've read everything and they walk off.
Yes, and there's this thing, my brother. I'm glad that you brought that up. There are some people who come to you because one of the things that people are not aware of. So how artificial intelligence works. Our phones, they were designed to learn about us, so that at a certain point in time, they are like our helper, our personal assistant. So a lot of people maybe have noticed this. If you go on Google right now on your phone and check for there's a 4040 birthday tour that is in Northern Ireland that is coming soon. Yesterday, I just went online and said black tie outfits. I wanted to see that, you know, I wanted to be relevant, you know, like let me see what is out there. Do you know what my Facebook is doing now? It's showing me suits every other 30 seconds. Like there are suits, you know? So now your likes, your whatever, your phone is carrying your secrets.
Wow.
Now you get a call from someone, they'll pretend either they are offering you. Listen, it's not about Bitcoin or whatever. Some of them, they know maybe you've been on LinkedIn, you're looking for a job. They'll call as if they are in agents.
Yeah, what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
I was recently on holiday, right? I just come back on holiday. Right now, my phone keeps pinging Greece holidays, holidays to Greece, holidays to Greece. I didn't search anything, but all I'm getting on Instagram and Facebook.
Simba.
Greece.
Do you know what, guys?
So they'll call you and say, Tawanda, we picked up your CV on Indeed or CV Library or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know that your CVs are out there.
Yeah, true.
And we've got an exciting opportunity and so forth. But what we wanted to do, are you interested in this opportunity? We've got very good rates. We're even going up to £48 an hour. And you'd be like,
simple.
Then the next thing, what they do, they say there is a form that you need to fill. Are you in front of a computer or anything right now? Yes. Please download an app called Open Desk or whatever. Once you download that app, let us know what is the number that you're seeing over there. You tell them what is the whatever. The moment you give them that, they hack into your home, They know all your bank details and stuff like
Do you know what, Sim? Do you know what, guys? I think before I came to the UK, I think at that time, many years ago, I think I was in Botswana by that time. You know, I was applying for these cruise ship jobs. Yeah. Guess what?
No, then. No, what you had
No,
cruise line.
my
My
friend,
money went
my
there,
friend,
bro.
let
I
me tell you
just
something.
jumped my life.
Do you know what, guys? Listen, life at that time. There's a time that, I mean, if you're in the UK and you left from Africa, there's a point where you realize, like, I think life is getting tough here. You need to have a plan B in it. So I decided to apply online, and I got a job through one of the cruise ships. I forgot the name, right? And then, do you know that they use these proper English names? You're Mr. Brown, you know, those, you know, John Brown, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Terry Hall, all those kind of names.
Yeah.
And those were the directors and everything. I sent my CV, I couldn't what they wanted. They sent me an offer, I couldn't resist it. 10 years ago, they sent me an offer, and I looked at it, I'm like, am I going to be earning this money? Really?
Mhm.
I was excited. Guess what I did? Filled in everything. When it got suspicious now, dude, I'm talking about 10 years ago, they wanted me to send them like £600. They said this is for my fitness to see. They called it fitness on C
The
test.
certificate. Me, I sent it.
Yes.
Me, I said, you at least you saw some. Me, I
So
sent
can I tell
it.
you something? So where I got suspicious now, right? Let me tell you something. So where it got suspicious, I was like, if you're offering me a job, why then do I need to send you this money, right? To be honest, reason number one, I didn't send it because I didn't have it. So I'm not gonna say I was smart, because if maybe if I had it, I could have sent it, right? So what I did was, I then went onto that website. They've had their website. They've got their on their website.
Mm.
What saved me was I kept Googling the names of that website, the ship, you know, that was written on the cruise. And then I was like acting like somebody who wanted to, not that I wanted to get a job. So I acted like I'm inquiring about the company, about something else, right? Guess what? They actually told me, like, then when they responded to me, I said, well, to be honest, I came to you through this line because I've been offered a job, but it's suspicious. They told me, my friend, we've been hacked. We're not offering you a job. That's a scam. So this is what
Yeah.
we're saying here on the Toa Penguin podcast, that if ever you've been scammed and you feel like you want to share your experience, please come to the inbox. And it's always good to share, because you don't know
Yeah.
who, because guys, you don't know who you're saving. Like, I felt like I saved some people tonight when this scam approached me, because there's a group of people. To be honest, it's a big event, because I'm going to be one of the MCs at a big event. We're going to have some first ladies and some presidents coming. So it's a big event for me that I'm running, and I'm thinking.
That's why I was looking for a suit, Pella.
So now think about it. So think about the caliber of people in that group, right? And the schema is taking chances in such a group. So it's a big group, and it's scary, guys. Really.
You haven't
But
heard my story.
but try.
You haven't heard my
Yeah.
story.
Fail.
Oh my
Oh
God.
goodness, guys! You need a drink for fail.
We need more
Let's
drinks. Let me
open
check.
beers, guys. Those who
No,
open the
yeah, no.
beers, then-
Okay. No, yeah, ready.
Simba, you ready for fail?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Shoot, Fairly, shoot. Let us know what happened, sister.
There I am, 3 months in the country. I'm at work. I called you. Before you remember, also keep quiet. Let me tell the story.
I remember.
I'm 3 months in the country. There I am. I'm
Yeah.
at work. I'm like, let me just go to the loo. So I will go to the loo to check my phone. The moment I get to the loo, there I'm seeing this number that's been calling me like nonstop. Like, you know, when you're in this country, you don't want to be having funny numbers calling you, and you're like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, let me just call back this number. Maybe something important. I called the number because it was a landline. I called the number.
Yeah.
Then there's this automated message that sends me, this number, like the police kind of like number. It's been trying to call you, trying to get hold of you. Let us redirect you. Now I'm starting to sweat in the bathroom there. Then the guys are like, sorry, Miss Nyoni. I'm like, yes. I respond to everything. They're like, we're calling because we suspect that you're involved in money laundering. Your card has been found to be laundering money in Scotland, about £50,000.
Oops.
Imagine I'm 3 months in the country.
Oops.
I do not know anything about money laundering and my card being found, being used in Scotland, whatever, whatnot.
Mm,
I
mm,
started to
Yep.
throw it in the bathroom.
right.
They're like, we're calling you because we want to know, find out how you're involved in all of this. Now, like, I don't have money, that much money in my account. If you do not have, how many accounts do you have? They start asking for my account. I tell them I've got 2 accounts. Luckily, there was nothing in those accounts. Which account is that? Barclays. Which other one? Revolut. How much money is in that account? And I'm thinking, I only got £10, and the other one has got like £5. And there I am shaking. I'm like, what's going on? What have I done? I'm just here. I'm going to go back to Africa because of
Mm,
something that I don't even know.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
sad.
Yeah.
this matter has been taken to the nearest police station. We see that you live in Leeds, so the nearest police station is this kind of place. You're going to see this policeman. They give me the name and the number, and they're like, "This is your case number. You need to do it today because otherwise, if you do not do this, you're going to get arrested. It means you're part of this money laundering scheme." My
Wow.
heart was beating 130. My BP was 190/200.
I can imagine.
I started to cry.
Apa visa
in the bathroom.
there are 6 months to expire.
Talk about this.
Gosh.
Like, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
£50,000. That's a lot of money. How did I even get 50,000? It means someone took my card, put money in my account, and did that. I started to cry. I
Oh.
went out of the bathroom. I rushed to my manager's office, and I was crying. And my manager was like, "What is wrong?" I'm like, "Listen, this has happened." I couldn't even explain it. She started laughing. She gave me a big hug. She's like, "Welcome to England. You're being scammed. They were trying to scam you. Go out,
Yeah.
go take a walk, come back after an hour when you've cooled down." When I went out of
Yeah.
the building, the first person that I called was Sympathy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm telling
And I was having a field day. I
you,
loved
he
that
had a plan, he laughed at me. I was like, "This is what happened." I was like, "Welcome to England. They've just given you the card, and you're now officially in England, guys."
Telling
I think
you,
what happens,
crazy.
guys. The thing is, these are some of the things that we don't talk about. Okay, and these things are real. Okay, and you
Yeah.
see, if you look at it, we all have been scammed. All of us here,
Mm.
we've been scammed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we become vigilant? Because I feel like people don't talk about it enough. People feel like you laugh with somebody because of, trust you me, I ordered summer clothes, man, because I was going on a holiday. I was ready to kill this summer, my friend. I was ready to kill this summer. Baba, I'm still waiting.
About on
We're now getting into winter, you know.
You know the challenge that is there now, because in any I started getting scammed from 2011 because I've always wanted to be a millionaire, guys. If it happens, it happens. So I've
don't do
tried
this.
everything. I've tried everything, guys. I've been through a lot, guys. You see, that's why I don't have hair. I've been through a lot. But the challenge with it now is that back in the day, you were scammed because of ambition. Like, no, I want money. You know, like, you know, like now you're scammed because they know what you want.
Oops.
Because of AI.
They
are replacing. They are replacing. Like for example, let me give you an example.
Wait, Sam, before I forget, Sim. So are you saying that we shouldn't have these apps like or AI and stuff like that?
Well, let me tell you something. We should invest in securing our phones, especially if you've got an Android phone and don't have an antivirus, guard, VPN and things like that to just protect you. Then you are very vulnerable.
Okay.
Obviously, sometimes these people, I don't know how they measure, but it seems like they usually prey on people who have got. I think your search history can show that you're desperate. I think they've got they've got this software to see that you're a person who's desperate, and then they start throwing like a bonnet you of something that you desire. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you.
I can tell you 3 scams currently that are them. There are people who have put deposit for cars here in the UK. dealing with a car dealership that does not exist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you want to buy a car at that time. There are people who are busy checking your life and like stealing your identity and stuff like that. It's very scary. But one thing that I wanted to say before we proceed.
Yeah.
This is also a very good opportunity. This platform, this conversation, I don't know how it came, but this is a
Because I was
good
being
opportunity to also
scared.
talk
I was
about.
about to be scammed.
It's also it's also good to talk about COS scams,
Right.
because it's also an issue that is very, very viral. We have got our brothers and sisters in Africa, right
Yeah.
now, who sold cars, who sold houses, some of them sold livestock, being promised that they're gonna get a COS in the UK, but they're still stuck in Africa. They paid even close to 10,000, 15,000 pounds.
Do you know what?
Can you imagine?
I think it's so sad because everything we do these days, everything is done online. And coming to a developed country, one thing I've learned is I actually thought things would be as smooth, but you know, the way they make them smoother, the way it even puts you more at risk. Thinking about it, think about how many times anything you want to do, you have to register all your details. So it's easy. If you're in Africa right now, when somebody asks you about your national insurance number or your TIN number, you'll be like, really? TIN number? For what? Do you know?
It's not
But
even that, I wonder. You
yeah.
know what? Even these phone companies, if you had an account somewhere, especially phone companies, or you had a debt somewhere,
Mhm.
do you know companies sell information to other companies?
Of course,
Yeah.
because I had an interesting conversation with a scammer, okay? And this scammer told me that they actually get contacts from these service providers. Because I was interested. I was like, so how? Because you know, it was deep, you know.
Guys, Simba just say something you guys didn't hear him. He said something like amazing. Simba, you know that company, it's like a competitor to NordVPN. Like it's a nemesis
Yeah,
to
they sell
NordVPN.
people's details to other companies.
There is a company right now in the world. It's a multi-billionaire company. It is a brokerage. It sells personal information to at the highest bidder, like whatever. I think they've got the DD files, but today we're not talking about
Now,
DD.
we're not gonna do that. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. So, do you know what? At one point, guys, yeah. So I get an email, right? Says, true story. We know all your secrets, right? And guys, these guys, they play with your mind, right? There are chances. They say, we know all your secrets, okay? And we've seen that you've been visiting these porn sites online. And now listen to this. So we've got videos of yourself satisfying yourself. So if you don't even think of going to the police, don't even think of calling us, we've got your details. If you don't send us 5,000 pounds by tonight, you are going to be all over the media. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
For me, sleeping in jail helped me a lot because I'm not scared.
Dude, I'm thinking, was that for drinking and driving?
Not one time, but multiple times. Sometimes I ask myself if the police in Swaziland really miss me because they never even call these guys.
Well, that's a topic for that.
You know what? We need a book from you. The seasoned victim. Your book should be called The Seasoned Victim.
He's a victim, everything, you know. So for me, I was like, okay, if I never did what you guys are talking about, what are you talking about? What are you on about? You know, because these guys now, they're saying to me, we've got videos of it. So I think they take chances because they know people do satisfy themselves. Everybody's got a right to do what they want. So they say, we've got videos of you satisfying yourself. So we're posting them online.
No.
But then think about it, right? For somebody who does that, who's been doing it, okay, what do? They think of the worst case scenario. Do you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate.
They're chancing.
It's unfortunate always, guys, you know. It's really unfortunate. And like, to come back to what you said, especially about these COS scams. something really, really need to be done. Because for starters, right, you are told to sell your house, you sell your car, you sell your plot and everything, right? For how much are you going to come and earn? Because these are some of the things like, because already it's a scam on its own to promise somebody. And also some of these COS companies as well, like some of these companies providing people, many people have come to the UK and they don't, you find that some of the care homes are being closed because they don't have hours. So there you come, you don't have hours. That's a scam because
Do you know, I would say something that will sound very mean, but very true. Some people are excited about coming to the UK because they've never been on a plane.
okay, all right.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
The moment they arrive in the UK, they realize that the UK is just like any other country, and sometimes it's worse than even where you are coming from. You know, it's tough here.
I get where you're coming
It's really
from.
tough.
I get where you're coming from. I was on holiday, and the hotel I was staying, I met this South African girl.
Yeah.
You know, South Africans, they've got access to these 2-year working visas in like this holiday.
Yeah.
I'm just here, but I've just seen a fellow African person in this country. So every day I would go and talk to her. She's like, I can't wait to come to London and everything. London is good. I heard it's fine. You know what? I just said, let me be the devil's advocate. I just said, I'll tell you one thing now. London is not easy. The UK is not easy. You work hard, right?
Yeah.
You might do it. I'm not trying to stop you. You might do it, but let me tell you one thing. You might end up regretting leaving this country and this job you have. You are in the sun, working outside.
My brother,
And you
if I had a
wouldn't
good
want
job
to
in South
be
Africa, I wouldn't
waking
be
up,
here.
leaving this
Same
nice
here.
and beautiful Mediterranean country to go to work in the snow, catching the bus in the snow, catching the train in the snow. So I want to be honest with you. The UK is not what it's cracked up to be.
Simba.
And once in a while being reminded that you don't look like us.
Guys, guys, let me tell you something. You know, when I came to the UK, unfortunately, I came in winter, and I know it's affecting a little bit, but it's worth saying. When you talked about the weather, I came in winter, and well, it was still COVID time, and people we were still wearing masks. I remember because I didn't have a car the first month or so, guys. I remember going to the train station. Do you know that I always had a car ever since I started working, right? And this was the transition of using public transport, and you haven't used it in, like, let's say about 16 over 16, 17, 18 years, right? I'll tell you something. I remember walking to the train station, and for some weird reason, it started snowing in the UK. And I just came with one of my jackets that I thought was big in Africa, but wasn't big enough for the UK weather. Do you know, I started dripping. I remember mucus running. You know, we're going to the guys, true story. I'm wearing a mask, right? You know, those face masks. And I'm dripping, and the next thing I feel like my mouth is becoming salty.
Oh my God.
What's going on? Guys, I'll never forget that day. It was like a welcome to the UK. I got a mask on
fire.
my friend. And I say to myself, is this the way I'm going to live? But at the end of the day, you know, you adjust, you adapt, you know, you start getting used to it and how it needs to be done. But it is what it is. But the biggest scam also, as much as we're talking about scams, the biggest scam is about, I'm sorry, I want to use this word, about some people without qualifications who say so much nonsense about the UK. Because, you know, there's people who tell you that there's no money in the UK and stuff like that. Okay, for starters, what do you do for a living, right? Because it's it annoys me when you go, especially on my people from my country. You know, some are so negative, like simply you're acting like a joke. What you said, like some people have they'd never been on the plane. It's true, you know. I used to catch a plane from Harare to Bulawayo just to say I need to be on the plane. And thank God I had a job that allowed me to fly most of the time. You know, I was actually paid to fly. So yes, I can know. It's kudos to me. You know, I was just lucky. But you know, these people go on these platforms to say to people, nah, these things, there's no money and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, well, what do you do for a living, number one? What qualification do you have? What rate do you get per hour? So don't generalize it and say like as if it's everybody. I feel it's wrong.
To put it bluntly, you remember those scams that I told you about?
Yeah.
The scam did not only end in Zim, whereby someone, let's say, wanted a COS,
Yeah.
as it were, like, and then maybe their money was stolen. You know what I mean? But sometimes the scam proceeded to the UK. We've got people who are working as 2024 age slaves here in the UK. They came under whoever said they were going to give them a COS. I know nurses. This one, I know 2 nurses. Remember discovery recently. Who believe who 2 nurses UK will call £14 an hour. That's what they've been living on for the past 2 years here in the UK.
Yes,
What?
yes.
Because of that agency that brought them here.
No.
Yeah, Bona.
Wow. That's
They
sad.
do their own things and they're taking, imagine Uguti, if you're taking maybe, let's say, £12 per hour per head of people that you're bringing in and keeping it for yourself as an
They're
agent.
making
You're making a living, by the
a
way.
killing.
You're making a living on it.
No, that's daylight robbery, mate.
Yeah. So these are the nurses abajabati no UK, there's no money. Do you know what I mean?
Not just
Yes,
not just talking
UK,
about
UK, we can't say Lemaland, but people are living on it, just like anywhere else in the world. On it. But to go deep down and criticize and say, yeah, whatever. Let me tell you something. I want to say this because people are watching all over the world. We made a commitment. We signed an oath as nurses to care for people. So even if you insult us and say skezizibunu zabogogo and stuff like that, actually sakufunde impilo to do ama-bed baths. Kule nto kuthiwa i-bed bath, kule bathroom bath, kule whatever. It's part of our training. You understand? So we are not doing anything that is different from what we trained to do. You understand? So you don't come to us and tell us what is skezizibunu. If in skezizibunu, why isn't drive Mercedes Benz?
You know what? This
Violence.
Simba is quiet. But anyway, do you know what, Simba? Like seriously, guys, like these are all scams because some people think about when you talk about scamming and scammers and stuff like that, it's about losing money via Bitcoin or like the online scams they talk about. Those lies that people talk about, I remember when I came here to the UK, I was not coming from Zim, I was coming from Swaziland, right? Eswatini, the Kingdom of Eswatini. And there were people that were from Zimbabwe, my home country. And these people, to be honest, I'll be very honest, I'll be frank. They told me they were straight from the village. And one of them said they'd never been to Harare, they'd never been to Bulawayo, they'd never been to Masvingo, they'd never been to Mutare, they'd never been to Gweru. It was straight from Ekaya. I won't mention straight to the airport, to RG.
But that was a safeguarding issue already at Harare International Airport.
You see, so guess what? So
Another scam coming.
So
Ashley, wait.
Ashley, you are starting. Ashley, guys, no, Ashley, stop. Ashley, I stop. Ashley, you said you want to introduce us to what? This is funny. So, to guys who cannot read, so Ashley just
That's
wrote.
a good one. That's a good one.
Ashley just wrote to us on the message that let me introduce you to forex trading.
Do you know what Ashley reminded me of? You see, like sometimes on Facebook, you see someone a bereavement announcement like so and so has passed away. Then people are busy writing oh no, when did it happen? Condolences, like they're all like heartbroken, post.
Then
Then as you scroll down, then you see, let me introduce you to Forex.
imagine
Ah,
from nowhere.
But guys,
From
but
yes,
guys, to be honest and realistic here,
yeah.
talked about saying some of them going back to the COS, some of them sell their things to come here, and
Uh-huh.
Toa, you talked about some of them coming from the deep roots back home
Mhm.
and coming here. Don't you think, Guti, them coming here to them, like you were saying, to someone else, it was like a blessing, because you're thinking, oh, the UK. Simba said something that someone wanted to come to the UK, wanted to see London, wanted to come work here. It's because of the notion that was sold unto us back then to say the UK is the place, the UK is where the money is, the UK, the life changes. So if I'm coming from the villages, if my mother is selling those cows for me there to come here, I'm like, no one is looking at it to say things
Scam.
are going. It can't be a
Right.
scam.
Let me
Pela,
answer you. Let me be honest. Let me be honest.
changes in all parameters. You can come here, it can change for the
I
West.
think so, guys. Let's be honest, right? I was having this conversation earlier with my brother. Big up to Rufaro K from Team Shena, and Rufaro K, guys, is going to be joining us on the next podcast as well. The upcoming podcast is for Team Shena doing construction, and these guys are doing well, and is
I can't wait,
you know,
man. I can't. I've been dying
yeah,
for that podcast, man, for some time, and they keep postponing, man.
yeah.
You need to do
So
something.
no, because
man.
what we're doing now, because the guys they're working on certain projects, a lot of projects, and very soon you'll be traveling as well. So very soon we'll be shooting something. We're having this interesting
Lovely.
conversation where I was even having another conversation. Today I was having these conversations with these guys. I was having a conversation with one of our friends also. His name is he runs his own talk show in Zimbabwe. Jeff K. Jeff K Talks, yeah. He does this marriage counseling and stuff like that. That's what the shows he does. And he will be joining us again on the 12 Penguin Show. Okay.
Amazing
And
stuff.
so we're gonna
man.
be talking
Can't
about
wait.
those relationship issues, one of these upcoming effects, sometime next week. Stay tuned.
Ah, lovely.
So we're
Lovely.
talking about it
Lovely.
with Jeff earlier today. I said, you were hustling, man. He was running around and stuff like that. And guess what? Those people, I want to come back to what Fedi said. Like, we're told that the UK is like this, the UK is like this, yeah? The UK is like that, depending, I think, personally, from which country and which currency you use. Personally, I'm married in the Kingdom of Eswatini, right? And they use South African rand, emalangeni, which are equivalent to 1:1 with the South African rand. If, to be honest with you, if I sent 1,000 pounds to my in-laws,
It's 24K, yeah?
that's 24,000 rands, right? Right? The same 1,000
Not small
pounds,
money.
the same 1,000 pounds, if I send it to Zimbabwe, it's nothing. It's peanuts. So you find out that
they drink that near weekend.
Wait, so the same thing is the people who are coming from Zimbabwe, from Swaziland, South Africa, Botswana,
they're doing way better
they're
than
doing
us.
way better than guys from Zimbabwe, because if you convert the money, if we all send the same amount of money, what you do with the pula and the rand, with us, with I don't know the currency that we use back home, Zig or Izigi.
What is it now?
I don't know.
Pela, you have to Google every day. Wake up, you have to Google what currency.
So to answer you fairly, yes and no, because some people had the notion that there is bread and butter. There is bread and butter. It's just depending where.
So they're okay, Pela, to sell their things and come in here. And you can't tell them no, to not sell. These people are scamming you. You cannot get their money.
No, not like that, because we said it's a scam.
I like what you just said, because that opens a very nice can of worms.
But before I forget,
you know why?
Before I forget,
because you know why?
Yes. Sorry, Simp. I know I'm not cutting you off. But before I forget, this is what we're saying fairly, in the sense that it's a scam for people to say, this is what will happen. You're gonna come here, you get hours. You're gonna come here, you get hours, and then that person does not get those hours. And then you see, if let's talk about investment. All right, I know when you're desperate measures calls for desperate. If you are suffering back home, you can do anything. But the people now who are this side, who are selling you the COS, they're actually taking advantage of the situation that you are desperate.
True.
So
Mhm.
if I make you sell things for you like £15,000 to come to the UK, you come here and the cake company that these people are talking about does not have hours. Really? Is that not a
Okay.
scam?
It's
That's
So
my
so
that's
so
my
so
angle.
I wanted to give you a bit of background.
Okay.
You need to understand the kind of a country Zimbabwe
Mhm.
is. I'm sure people are going to watch this discussion can agree with me that I'm not going to mention names, but a week ago
Mhm.
I went to attend a birthday party of a friend of mine, a former colleague from back home. We had not seen each other maybe in 5-6 years,
Uh-huh.
and he just decided to also invite me and say, "My brother, I just discovered that you live close. Can you come and attend this big milestone?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I went there to her. Do you know when I went there? Do you know when you get to a place and then there's a person who's seated there? You like, I know this face, but do you know like when like okay, let me give you an example of someone who I know he won't mind because he's very fluid and very happy about social media. Let me tell you something. Let's say you went to a place and you saw Philip Chango
Yeah.
seated there. Like, you know, Philip Chango is like a big shot in Zim and it.
Uh-huh.
And then now, the thing is, maybe Philip Chiangwa in court used to be big in Zim and lost everything. And people were asking, "Ko Philip, where did he go?" Then now you are in this part. Philip Bato Karauku, and you be like, shit, that's Philip. You know what I mean? And now I'm starting to panic. No, because this person, like we used to pick on.
Yes.
So, why I'm saying that? I'm saying that we have got our brothers and sisters.
Mhm.
That's why I'm always kind, and I always implore people to be kind out there to everyone who's from home, because some of our brothers and sisters, especially who came with the care work visa, they sacrificed everything.
Big
You know,
up to them.
some of them have got
Yeah,
PhDs.
big up to them.
Some of them used to own companies. Some of them like did a lot for people, but they woke up one day, they were nobodies. They lost everything. You know what I mean? You know, but it's not even their fault. You know what I mean? Like it was not their fault. So if fairly to come back to you, you find that sometimes you're in a country whereby there's no electricity for a whole week, there's no water, your businesses are shut down, you can't even afford to run the electricity in your whatever.
Hands magetsi aenda anoenda kupi?
Remember that scamming works on desperation.
True.
And remember again, there is the marriage institution in Zimbabwe. Most of these guys, they married, the women married the guy who was. So now, all of a sudden, you don't have anything. And then you're thinking now, what can I do? A lot of people who have come to UK, they've got a lot of different stories to tell. Some of them are so heartbreaking. You listen to them, you can cry yourself, you know. I always say that respect these people like who are from home. They are not stupid, they're adults. They were taken advantage of. You know, they were taken advantage of. Some of them they sold because they had no they thought some of them, you know, some people why they sold their houses. They
Scam.
were so angry with the situation back home that no, let me sell, I'll buy a house. Now where I'm going, I'll buy a house. It's fine. You know what I mean? So the thing is now, unfortunately, people understand these things. They understand these things and they study our nature and they'll be like, you know what? No worries. We're going to sort these guys out. And unfortunately, like Feli, you asked a very critical question. You said these guys, because what I'm trying to answer is that they are not stupid.
No, they're not.
They committed. You know, they are committed. They said, you know what? If I die, I die. But unfortunately, like I think there was a podcast that we did some time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're also having the what you call this, the after effect of the scam and whatever, whereby a guy has sold everything. He comes to the UK, he's not getting hours and so forth.
Feli offers him coffee.
And Feli says, come, let's have coffee. And then the next thing, this guy Achabati.
No. Imagine
Yeah,
after all those efforts. Huh?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you
guys,
know.
that's why we're agreeing on certain things. One being the fact that we do not blame them for taking up the scam because they were looking at the bigger picture. They were saying to themselves, things are going to get
Not at
better.
all.
That side.
Not at all.
I agree with you. What
Not
I'm
at
saying
all.
is, Feli, scam. That's being scammed.
Yes.
So we're talking about being scammed. So they were scammed because it's somebody promising them land of gold and honey. All right, guys, we are making a living here. Let's be honest, right? We don't want to discourage anybody or anything like that. But sometimes fact, let it be fact, right? You know, there are people like I'll be honest. There are people who got sponsorships to come here on skilled work visas, right? Then the people who come on those other visas as well, which makes a difference in the terms of demand in the market, right? So you find, could see, when I came here, I was told I couldn't change my job until I finished 3 years. I got my job, my job that I really wanted, okay, within like in less than 2 years, 1 year is in less than 18 months. But then if
You're right, Simba. Even in the UK, love is a scam. But continue. We'll get there.
Hi, boy. Simba, please stop. Simba, stop it. Now you're going to start, people are going to start having emotions about this love you're talking. Simba, stop. Simba needs to stop. Simba,
No, Simba just said to let it out there that in case anyone is watching.
Imagine.
Speaking of scams, even Nyazerudo is Mazirudo in Dabazotando scam.
So back to what Feli is saying. So Feli, don't get me wrong. We're not judging anybody who is left or have sold their assets to be here. But I'm saying the people who actually tell them that idea. Right now, somebody came here. I think it's Ashley. Ashley wrote on the comment section to say, look, she was promised 3,500 pounds as an essay scam.
Yeah. I'm agreeing in all of that. I'm saying we were agreeing to a number of things to say we do not blame those guys who sold their things to come in here because they were promised better things, of which that is a scam, because our main topic is scamming, and we
But now, can I ask you something, Siswam? When I know you are the wise one. Are you aware that those people who were scammed, some of them, they first asked the ones who are in the UK.
That's why the scam is.
And then they said, listen, I want to come to the UK and so forth. My brother, can you help me? You know? And then when we told them the situation on the ground, we were labeled as, no, they just want to be in UK alone. They don't, you see, when people go there, they do not invite others. This guy is being negative and so forth and so forth. You know what I mean?
I was coming to that, right? So, that we do not blame them, right? We do not blame them. They were trying their best to come here, and we acknowledge their efforts, and we feel pity for those who were scammed, coming here, for 0 hours and stuff like that, especially for those who did not know. But again, coming back to what Simp is saying, there are some who asked for advice, right?
Yeah.
And we told them, I know, guys, it's bad here. It's not what you think. And they were like, because she's here. She wants to be here alone. She doesn't want anyone else to come, right?
Yeah.
There are others who were told, I am selling you this COS without hours is 6,000, with hours is 12,000. And you took out the 6 hours, the 6,000 one without hours, knowing perfectly well that there are no hours, right?
No, because I can't you can say goal.
And I think so fairly. Listen, I agree with you.
We are getting 0 hours. We don't know something.
I hope I pronounce this well. That spinning Dax says good scam. See 0 hours, ne? I agree with you in that because, but then if you are coming from Africa, how do you know this is 0 hours? What it means? You know what I mean? Because you're thinking, okay, let me just go there. 0 hours. Maybe I can find another job. But you come in, you find that the system is programmed in a way that you will struggle.
I've got a company that I want to expose, but it needs a very special day. We need good whiskey for me to expose them. Because these guys, do you know what they did? They brought our brothers and sisters Lape UK. If you guys are watching, I'm very disappointed. I'm coming for all of you. They brought our brothers, they put them in a accommodation. They said we're going to take rent from you.
How?
You see the issue of domiciliary, whatever.
Please don't tell me the Zimbabwean owned company. Hey.
No, I said that I'm not going to say much about the company for now. But
Mazimbo, so why, man? Why?
So these guys are now staying. They're even monitored their movements. I'm telling you. When they say, you know, sometimes it doesn't make sense. How do you explain to live in a room like this with only a bed? Yeah, there's a common toilet and bathroom. You have 4 of you. You are being made to pay $450 in that kind of accommodation. Then, you know, like as they are working, going outside, they start to discover that no, actually, with this $450 that I'm paying as a part payment, because they were paying $450 each, it's being deducted from their salaries. They discover, no, I can actually independently get something for $450. You know, they go to the company. No, I want to move out from there. They start getting threatened. No, we'll cancel your contract. As if that is not enough, they all of a sudden they're called the next day. This is your car. This is your car. This is your car.
Deduction.
We're going to be taking this money from you.
It's a Honda Fit.
By force, by
it's
fire.
It's a Honda Fit for 2002 model.
With 382,000 kilometers.
But why, guys? Why? Scam. Do you know, guys?
So these guys, we have seen our brothers and sisters, and whoever is going to see this video in Zimbabwe, some of the people in Zimbabwe are contributing to our brothers and sisters here in the UK committing suicide. I'm not being dramatic. People are killing themselves in the UK because you are always demanding money, demanding all the time. I want money from your child. They can't even pay the rent because the hours are not enough. And sometimes the hours are not enough. They can't even survive because they are working for this slave.
What is a scam?
Who's busy, who's making money through them. Imagine, konapa ngumuntu ekhaya, who's doing that to other people.
Okay, modern day slavery and people are entering in it voluntarily.
Yes,
right.
Yes, because what we're saying that people are living, people are living home thinking, because it's not nice to be hungry.
Guys, I'm sorry, just a pause. I'm going to, Ashley is very interesting. I'm gonna add Ashley just for a second. Ashley is talking about having a Kia.
We can't wait for Ashley to come in.
I've sent you an invite because I want you to say your story. Yeah, you are scamming us by being in the comment section, not coming up.
Actually, not coming in is a scam.
Ashley, if you don't come in, you are scamming us. We've added you. Haibo. We can't can't even have a
If you
because
if
we can't have a decent conversation.
if you come in, Ashley, I will join your forex trading.
She's declined. Ashley has declined it. I'm sending again. We never.
No,
You can't.
I think your Facebook is doing things, because to me it was doing a whole lot of things, sending me SDA. SDA is asking you to join the live here.
You are being scammed. When who's SDA now?
I told you that. I told you.
Fairly, you are being scammed. I never say, because you kept saying SDA, and I'm like, which one is the SDA? Do you have an SDA account?
And Pastor David Uche is inviting you to a live. I'm like, what's this? What's going on?
I don't do pastors on my podcast. Actually, I'm trying to send it to you again. I think if you don't answer this time, I think
no, we don't care. We don't care that you're in the dark.
Actually,
even if it's dark, we just want to hear your. We want to hear your voice.
Ashley is a scam. Now this is what Ashley's saying. Ashley's in the dark. Oh, Ashley, one more last chance. Darkness over darkness.
Come on. Even if we don't see if we hear your voice.
Because you know what Ashley is doing? Ashley, we can't have a decent conversation because Ashley is on fire in the comment section. So I feel like Ashley needs to be given the platform because Ashley wants a Rio. Ashley wants a file. Ashley wants a Rio for for going from client 1 to client 2.
What is the waiting for Ashley? What is the waiting for Ashley to come in? I'm still thinking here.
Yes, Feli.
Usimba said something very interesting. This is
about the whiskey.
No.
Okay.
Well, that was interesting.
That was interesting.
It was very interesting.
About saying modern day slavery and 2024 and people are getting in there voluntarily. And
yeah,
I'm going back again to even connecting it to what Sympathy was saying about this company that's putting people in one room and making them pay all that money. What? So, what advice are we giving people right now to say, guys, this is what's happening? How do we help each other on that part so that people do not fall into daytime modern day slavery voluntarily? What do you think we should say to the people out there?
I think first and foremost, we need to talk about it like what we're doing now. Yeah, like you find that when all this was happening, the time that we had that now there's do you know that what they call people? They now they are derogatory terms that are being used to call a certain group of people. Where COS squad, yeah, what you know, when all this was happening, you know, we were oblivious. No one was calling it out. No one was saying anything. So the more we have these platforms, number one, of talking about these things. Number two, we also need to get to a point whereby we have podcasts and shows where we educate people on how to actually I'm going to shout out to certain people who have been doing this for a long time. For nurses, for people who are nurses, they know there's a lovely lady in Northern Ireland called Pauline Popomoyo. She started YouTube videos since 2018, 2019. People who were following her videos, they're in the UK right now. They are not struggling. We have got Nanelle Criselda, also from Ghana. She's also has got like whatever. Follow good advice, you know. Number one. Number two, when someone tells you who is on the ground, that wait. Do you know what I mean? Wait. I'll find out for you. Don't take it in an offensive way and think, that one wants to enjoy by themselves, because we'll be knowing what is on the ground.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
But to chip onto that one, like, you know, my countrymen are known to be people who we are not united. We're not really united. And if you look at it, I've watched a lot of podcasts, I've watched a lot of videos where I think it's time where Black people need to wake up, because we live in an era whereby we don't help each other. Look at what they do, what the Jews do. Look at the Indians, how they help each other in their businesses, right?
Yeah.
Do you know? A good example is just the three of us here on this panel, right? Do you know that the only people who can trust your profession is your boss? Right now, I'm medically qualified. You know, I'm in the medical field. Very good job, you know, senior position, well paid. I'm paid to do that to save people's lives. But do you know that no one closer to me would ever trust me with their life? Because it's me. Because
Yeah.
it's me, right? And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, one of the biggest trusts in the country hired me to work for them. In fact, let me correct this. One of the biggest trusts in the country hired me to work with them. Guys, come on. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is the people closer to you, being from home, they don't see you like that kind of person. You know, they don't want to believe that you can do it. I've gone to jobs where I'm the most senior one, but because, you know, it's actually, especially what annoys me, especially I go to a black family, right? I'm there to assist them. They would rather listen to my junior because he's got a different skin color. They believe he or she is the one who knows better because I've got the same skin color as them. I'm not qualified enough. And I'm looking at them, I'm like,
Self-hate.
no, scam.
So
We're talking about scammers here. Scamming is everywhere, guys. We're talking about scammer. This is modern day scamming.
So, Twa, are you saying for our brothers and sisters back home to understand that it's a scam here? They want the white people to tell them do not come to this country. It's a scam. If they're being told by me, they're like, she wants to be here alone. But if a white person comes and says, don't come into this country, it's a scam, they'll understand. That's what you're saying.
When I always wearing Gucci when I fail, how do you tell someone that it's life is tough? You're wearing Gucci head to toe.
Oh, so it's my fault again at the same time. Now it's coming back to me who's trying to help the person not to be scammed.
Yes.
But they're looking at me to say, oh, she's wearing Gucci. What can she tell me? She wants to wear Gucci all alone.
So I think also what Tawanda is asking also kind of tempts or exposes our culture socially, in the sense that, you know, there are a lot of people back home, or even some people who came here, not all of them, but some people who came here
Simba.
through hardships here in the UK and stuff like that. Some of them are not even happy that you are here, you know.
True.
Like I'm talking about the class of 2000, class of 99, class of 2002, 2004. They are not happy. They have got this kind of feeling that we got it easier, you know.
Did you?
And those guys are not really maybe willing to help, but they want to bully you into doing things. I remember when I came, I had a lot of people. I had a fallout. There are some relatives that I don't even talk to right now, because for them being in the UK, they thought that there are things that I do not know. I lived in South Africa. South Africa and the UK is the same thing. It's a difference of currency. There are certain places in South Africa that are much beautiful than some parts of the UK, by the way. You understand? You get what I mean? But then you come here, you have to be submissive, you know, to someone because they're living in their house. They're taking you to places and they're explaining to you how an iPhone works, and you are looking at them like, I've used an iPhone the past 10 years. What the hell are you talking about? You know, because you are from Africa, you have to take that shit daily. You know what I mean?
My friend, I was watching when they launched the iPhone 16. No offense, right? And
you know,
I bumped into this. I was just minding my own business. Sorry to cut you off, Seth. I just came across this TikTok live. They were about 15. The screen was so packed with people, and it was tagged COS something. They were all bragging about how they were going to go and get the iPhone 16 and show off to fellow people back home. And I'm thinking,
Really?
you are here, you've got less than 3 months in here. You're getting yourself into that. Okay. And also, what's so special about iPhone 16? You see, it's the things that people value back home. Okay. You find that people post those things and trying to say that it's very important. But
I saw an article from a respected newspaper in Zimbabwe saying that Killer T is the first person in the country to own an iPhone
it was
15 Pro Max last year. I was like,
and now he thinks it's a trend because he did it again this year. He posted one and said it's got a
but that's not true, man. That is not true. How can Killer T having an iPhone, the latest iPhone, before Wicknell, before the cabinet, before I can mention all my crushes in Zimbabwe.
but
How can Killer T have the latest iPhone before Pokelo, my crush in Zimbabwe? How is that possible? Are you kidding me? People are so gullible.
do you know what? So guys,
Pokelo, call me.
do you know what, guys? You know, like remember what we're talking about? We're talking about scammers, right? And the reason why I brought this up on the 12 Penguin podcast tonight is because I got a call from a scammer, and I was supposed to go. We were having a Zoom meeting at 8 o'clock UK time. This scammer called me because they've hacked into the group that all our numbers are. And the scammer said to me, "Hi, I'm calling from this group, and guess what? Because we're supposed to have a meeting at 8:30. I mean, 8 o'clock. The meeting has changed to 8:30. So what you need to do is, can you please repeat the number that I've sent you, which is on your phone?" And because I've dealt with this before, I knew that was a scam. So I told the lady, like, but why do you like scamming people? She insulted me verbally. She was really verbally abusive. She called me a bastard. She called me names that I cannot repeat on live right now. And that's the reason why I had to go on the group and let the people know. But the reason why I then opted not to go into that meeting, that group is already compromised for me to be in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because now I
Yeah,
don't know anything you
that's
might
true.
type, because like these scammers are real, guys. Okay, so scammers
They're all over.
are all over. And even now, when we come to these foreign countries and stuff like that, scammers have always been there. There are people.
There's identity theft. Sometimes you find that you are somewhere and you don't know it.
I remember my first time when I went to Botswana, looking for a job. Okay, I met one Zimbabwean guy. You know those guys who think they've made it. I'll be very honest with you. I remember back in the day, that was 2007. This guy was driving a Toyota Cressida, and it was a green one. You know, the long one. It was a 3-liter.
With the Michelin tires, with the white.
Waivona, that's the one.
Jesus
And
Christ.
this guy, you know, it was those guys whom I felt like they had been in Botswana for a long time, and he had these small boys. He was actually abusing Zim guys. These are the guys who he was getting tenders, and he get the boys to do all that dirty work for him, you know, and underpays them. I had my CV because I was coming that time. I was working at Mars, medical air rescue services in Zimbabwe, and I decided just like, let me see if I could get a better opportunity in Botswana, right? When I got there, I had my CV and my bag, and the guy looked at me and says, "Young man, where do you think you're going with a bag and dressed like this? There are no professional jobs here. Everyone here works in the gardens, in the farms, and they do, I'm not saying anything bad about construction. I'm saying they do those like kugadzira road, that kind of stuff." And I'm like, what do
And the funny
you mean there are no jobs?
thing that these guys are the guys making the money in the UK.
Of course.
Guys, I
Do you know what?
apologize. I should have tried civil engineering. These guys were doing roads and buildings. Oh my God, they're
Dude,
making money.
so this is why I say, Kuti, that those guys were scammers. Him telling me that I couldn't get a job was a scam, because if I believed him, I wouldn't be where I am today, And when you're talking about the guys making the road, Shamari, do you know what? It's only now when I've started seeing Vanhu Atema doing vachitakura being in the UK. You know why? Because ibasa rine mari nderemavheta aripiwe munhu mutema. You know what I mean? So it's one of
Even my bus drivers, Shaman, like
have
they're
you
all
ever
over.
seen
They're all over, Shaman.
garbage collectors wakamboda munhu mutema? It's only now they are Shoma.
No, but my PIM's cool at in available bill mad. Always if it's cancel bill.
So
Yeah.
that's why try is saying
Oma
they're being given
Oma
PIM
PM
only.
firefighters, these Oma Post, postal service. How they mad at these guys?
Come on. So, guys, to those watching
So
from
I wanted to ask something for the viewers,
yes,
you know, because I wanted to just I think it's a unique opportunity. Do you know that this is the funny thing that the viewers don't understand. I want to put it out there because they're gonna see this. We have been getting a lot of inboxes and stuff like that because people were worried like that. You guys, where are you? Guys, the UK is funny. We've been trying to get together. It has taken us like what, 4 weeks, like trying to like get
this
like
opportunity.
to get 1 hour together. Like guys, let's do at least a 1 hour together. I'm sorry I'm digressing, but just give me 90 seconds. Then we'll
Your time
continue.
starts now, okay?
Yeah. We are so committed with serving you guys. As you can see, our leader, our boss. Look at his background. Look. That's beautiful. The penguin cast. That's amazing, man. You know,
Thank you.
we have been working on certain things behind the scenes, and we're trying to do our best. We've got so much content that is coming. You know, but what probably we are deciding to do is we're going to be having, obviously, the Tour Penguin Cast show is going to continue on weekends. That one is the big one, like it's the big one. But midweek we're going to be having shows.
Yeah.
Like we're going to be going live on Facebook.
Yeah.
I went live yesterday independently, and I encourage you, Feli, to also go live. I'll support you whenever. If you have got an idea from Monday to Friday, like maybe you are free after hours, maybe from 5, you know, get on live, start a topic, we push, you know. But we'll always make sure that we show up for the big event. I had a show yesterday. It was actually in vernacular language. But I was talking about witchcraft, by the way. I just did it like out of whatever, but dude, the response was just amazing. I was shocked. Like people were coming into my inbox like, you know, that was amazing. You know, I've actually had these kind of questions, and I've actually like heard of these things, but for you to just put them out there like that, I was like, what the hell, you know? So that's what I'm saying. That let's keep our presence out there. I can't wait for Siswam. I know that she's got. My brother is the Mzinga Banda. Mzi, I love you too much. If you are free, do you wanna come in on the show and just greet everyone? This is my brother, Tawanda. Don't be jealous. You see, this one. This one is like my brother from
No, listen.
the same womb.
Mzi is in Australia, innit? So Mzi is declining. You know, you see, scammers. He's scamming us.
He's probably at work.
Okay.
If you see him declining,
Okay,
I'll
I'll resend it again. And if it doesn't accept it, it's fine. So to all those guys who just tuned in now, Z, welcome.
No, you guys, you know what time it is this side. It's crazy.
Do you know what time it is this side? Well, before you start talking about, don't stop scamming us, Z, okay? this is exactly what we're talking about. Like, people just come in and start scamming us, okay? We've had people on this show today trying to sell us, like Ashley trying to sell us forex trading at this time. Z, how are you, brother?
No, I'm good, guys. I'm good. You guys are doing an excellent job. I love it.
Thank you.
I saw Sympathy yesterday touching on a unique topic that we dread, I think, as a people. That was quite an amazing topic, and I think we've talked about it even in the arts to say we watch crime stories, from Europe and everywhere, and that Halloween is coming, is celebrated, but we can't even talk about our brooms. so,
The
I really
famous one.
yeah. So I found that really interesting to say we were diverting into things that were more like taboo and bring them into the
Yeah.
fore.
I think
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting.
some
And today, Tawanda, because we're a dangerous TMZ. Let me introduce you. Siswa Mlongo Feli, Umanyoni. You know,
just give me a second.
Tawanda and Feli did a podcast, about grief. Bruh, if you see the views, you'll be shocked for days. So we've been trying to work on things. Tawanda, today, the purpose of the topic today is about scamming. My scams, like what what I always tell you about it. Hey, these numbers. So we're talking about it, and trust me,
Hi
bruh.
Feli, hi Michael. Hey, you said something rude. Hi Sisi.
Hi,
Ninjani?
njani? Ngiyaphila mina njani?
Ngiyaphila kakhulu. Hey, nabantu laba sebefaka ukuphopa ekhanda yazi. Sekusenza.
Fele ngubhuti wami enhlala ngutshela ngathi lo bhuti wami e-Australia. Antshela icanti ngiyaklema mina. Labo bhuti e-Australia phela labo.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Z,
Sure.
so let me officially welcome you. So Z, welcome to the Twa Penguin podcast. It's all about finding your voice, and today we're touching about scammers. And the reason why I brought this up was because, by the way, this was not planned at all, but I thought that this had to be said because I got a random call with a +234 number from this lady, and no offense, but she sounded like she had a West African accent, and she asked me, and for some reason, so she has hacked into a group that we're working on, like for this event, like this weekend. I've got an event. It's a Black History Month, so I have an event where I'm an MC, where there's going to be some head of states coming from Africa, and it's a big event. And so she has hacked into that group. We were supposed to be having Zoom meeting at 8 p.m. And this lady called me to say, look, so she got my contact from the group. She said, look, the Zoom meeting has been changed from 8 o'clock to 8:30. So I'm sending you a new link. So there's a number that's going to appear on your screen. Can you tap into that number or repeat that number to me so that I know that the link is set? So I said to her, because I know, think about it, MC, right? I'm expecting to be on a Zoom meeting at 8, and somebody calls me to talk about the same Zoom meeting, but it's now delayed by 30 minutes. You see, it sounded so real, but then the mistake that she made is this scam has been done for a long time now. We now know it, where somebody says to you, I've sent you this number, can you please repeat it back to me? So I said to her, why are you scamming people? Why are you a scammer? My brother, that's the worst insult I've ever received in years. She called me a bastard, and I cannot repeat the other words that she called me. Yeah. And then, so I felt like I needed to warn people. So I went to the group and said, guys, look, there is an issue here. The group has been compromised. That's number one. Number two, I was no longer sure that was I really talking to the real group or she's in charge of the group. Do you know what I mean? So I felt like I should come online on the Twa Penguin podcast and have this live and talk about it with the trio, the terrible trio, to just say, guys, let's warn people who have been scammed or to be, just to be vigilant. So welcome Z to the Twa Penguin podcast.
Thank you so much, Sympathy, Manyon, and Pua. Thank you guys for having me. But I wish to join on more topics. We'll talk more. For now, I'm signing out. We're starting our day this side.
That's cool.
But lovely to meet you, Manyoni.
Cool.
I think, like you said, I think there's a lot in the package. We are penning. So catch you guys soon. Thank you so much to us. Sympathy. Thank you so much, my
Cheers, my
brother.
brother. Have a
Much love.
lovely day at work. Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers, my guy.
Cool.
Cheers.
Anytime, bro.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah. So, right. It is what it is, guys. So, if you're watching from the comment section and you feel like you've been scammed, this is what we've been talking about. And it's just about enlightening one another. And I think it's time we call it night. But simply, I will talk to you just now because I'm feeling like we need to do TikTok.
Cool.
Of
All right.
course, of course.
Right. So,
I'm free. Look, man. Here's the thing. One thing that I said earlier
yeah.
that I wanna reiterate is that a lot of people are out there. Do you know that the most expensive currency right now over Bitcoin, it's information, you know? Because if you go anyway, information sometimes is not true.
Let me tell you this, guys. You know what? Simp. This topic, I need it. I really need it on the other side. So, I'm gonna talk to you guys just now. I'm gonna sign out, and we have this conversation. We're gonna have another live aside. So, to everybody who was tuned in, thank you so much for supporting us and for watching. This is the Twa Penguin podcast. Today we're talking about scammers. I was almost scammed this evening, so we just wanted to warn people about the scammers, and it's real. So we want you guys to stay vigilant and be
I was
very
setting up
careful. All right.
TikTok.
So many
need to set
thanks
up
to
stuff.
my guests, my co-host Simp the Saint and Empress
The one and
Fairy.
only.
Thank you so much, guys. Much love. See you